let's think about our happiness and things which make us happy. As for me, the biggest happiness in my life are my kids. So they always make me happy and they always make me smile. That is why I can say I am a rich person and a happy person, because I can admire and watch them every day and spend time with them and share their happiness. In this way, I can say I'm a happy person. So, can you tell me a little bit about yourself and what is happiness for you, and why do you think you are a happy or unhappy person? Please, who would like to speak?
May I?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm Palak. I'm from India,
Welcome.
and I would like to talk about happiness. And I think the great happiness is to be with our parents and our siblings, because this is a greatest happiness in our life. And I am feeling proud to have parents and my brother. And they make me happy every time when I demotivate. See, they all are motivates me and always stand by me in my every condition or my every situation in my life.
Mhm.
And I think they play a vital role in my life, and to be a happy. And they are the only reason to be a happy of my life.
Yeah, okay, sure. It's very important to have parents and syllables near us and to see them in health. It's really very important. But I think for other people, it can feel and mean something different. So, MK, can you share with us your thoughts about happiness and what does it mean for you?
Yeah, sure. Obviously, I have quite a few things about it, because whenever we say anyone, whenever we ask to someone that what is meaning of happiness, so they first of all give this credit to other people, not their themselves. That first of all, we need to be happy. Without be happy, we cannot see everyone happy. If we cannot make ourselves happy, then how can we expect that we can make that person be happy? So first of all, we need to be happy. And how? For me, if we do some kind of thing that is so for example, for me, sometimes I can see some beggars or some kind of people who needs money. If I give it to this money, if they feel happy, then it also makes me happy. Or if I do some kind of thing that is that maybe that is very minor, that maybe I plant a tree. Suppose I plant a tree. Yes, it is very minor. I cannot I cannot low down all the global warming instant, but yes, I do something, little thing, and that makes me happy. So first of all, we need to be happy, then we can spread that happiness to others.
Okay, thank you. And sorry. And today I prepared for you a
Mhm.
little video which I would like to share. By the way, that person is from India too, and I like to hear to him. So let's listen to him and see what he thinks about happiness. Okay. Wait a minute. So can you see now?
What is well being? When do you really feel well
Guys,
in your life?
guys, can you see now the screen?
Yes, it's
Oh,
very
okay,
Yes.
okay.
audible and
So
viewable.
let's listen to him.
When do you truly feel well? When you're very happy, you're well. Even if you're physically ill, you're still well, isn't it? Even if you're medically diagnosed as ill, you're very happy right now, you are feeling well, isn't it? So fundamentally, well-being means a certain level of joyfulness, certain exuberance of life. What is happiness? We can say happiness is this, that, but in terms of life, your life energies are happening in a more exuberant way what than it normally happens. Depression means
Sorry to interrupting. I can't see the video.
low.
You can't see the video. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. For those who can't see, I will give you the link. Okay, and this way you will be able. Wait a minute. You can, it's on YouTube, so it's a short one, so you will be able to observe it, and I will still to demonstrate it. So in this way, we both can be able to understand what is going on. Okay, and you can start from the beginning, and I will go from the part we stopped on.
One state. Happiness means your life energies are exuberant. There are many ways of describing happiness, but only those who are happy know what it means to be happy. There is nobody who's not been happy. Everybody's been happy. But the problem is they're not able to maintain it, that's all, isn't it? Everybody's been happy. In the last 24 hours, how many moments of joy have you known? 1, 2, 3, how many? Maybe you can count on your fingers. Many people have nothing to count. When you were 5 years of age, a child, how many moments of joy did you know in 24 hours? Lots of them, isn't it? Somebody had to make you unhappy. Now somebody has to make you happy, isn't it? The whole equation has gotten reversed somehow. All this effort of life, everything that you did, education, career, business, family, whatever you did, everything was in pursuit of happiness, is it so? Everything that humanity has done on this planet is in pursuit of happiness, is it so? In the last 100 years, we have done too much on this planet. With the use of science and technology, we have changed the very face of this planet. Today, we have the kind of comforts and conveniences that no other generation could ever even imagine. Yes? What royalty could not afford 100 years ago, today average citizens have, isn't it so? Aren't most of you driving chariots with 100, 200 horses? Yes? Even kings could not afford this. But are we any happier? We are definitely the most comfortable generation ever on this planet, is it so, physically? But are we also the most joyful generation? So it's not worked. Science and technology has brought enormous amount of comfort and convenience to our lives, things that we could not imagine just 25 years ago, are just a living reality today, isn't it? But are we any more joyful? No. And all these comforts and conveniences have not come easy, they've come at a tremendous cost to every other life on this planet. Yes? Every creature, from plant to animal to everything, including human beings, have paid an enormous price to create these comforts and conveniences, and we are not even happy. What is the point? We are literally making a bonfire of this planet. If you are ecstatic, it's okay, burn the planet, it's all right. We are not even happy. I think it's time to really look at it, isn't it? Why are we burning it up if we are not even happy?
Okay, and I think you like his point of view, and since we heard what he was talking about, I would like to discuss it. So, how do you think, is happiness depends on us, or it does it depend on other people? So, can we feel happiness when other people near us, or it depends only on us? What do you think about it?
I think when suppose right now, suppose I'm into a group and everyone is laughing and I'm also laughing with them because I need to be laughed. In either I feel embarrassed. That doesn't mean I'm very happy and I with happiness I'm laughing it. So it's all about our inside happiness. If we show that yes I'm very happy, or just take it as a Facebook, Instagram. Everyone posted very good video, they are very laughing, they are enjoying their life, they are going vacations, they clicking photos and posting, that means they're happy always? No, insidely most likely they are not happy in their life. So uh, it is for me. that always we cannot show that we are very happy even though we are laughing all the
Yes,
time.
yes, you're completely right. That if we laugh with everyone, it doesn't mean we feel happiness at this moment. And Paula, what do you think about it? Does happiness depend on?
Yeah, I think it's depend upon on because to make a happy, because it totally depends on us to be happy of ourselves, like to be indulged with any work, any kind of work, and something like that, and to be happy from that work, and because be a own reason to be happy.
Yeah, yeah,
That's my point. To be a
yeah.
own reason to be happy.
And what do you think? Can anything make us happy? For example, money. Can money make us happy? Can we buy happiness with money?
No, I we can't buy a happy. We can't
Okay,
because
okay,
I think nature make us happy.
okay. Yes.
From my point of view, I think nature makes us happy because we can in touch with the trees, like all the environment, etc. So it makes a happy life than money.
Yes, it helps us to feel happiness, but I think not nature exactly. Nature helps us reload, like we reload our computers to work better. The same with nature. When we admire beautiful landscapes and when we spend some time in the open air with a beautiful scenery, it helps
Like
us.
there are many people of the countryside.
Yeah,
They are happy like from a city peoples because they enjoyed a life very well than a city people because there are lots of pollution in that air, and but in the countryside we can see the greenery all the time, and we can do all the things which we can't do in city.
yeah, you are completely right. People in the countryside feels more feels happier because of the occupation they live in, and it's truly that people who lives in the cities and towns, they have more problems not only with pollution but also with transport and traffic jams and so on. There are lots of things that they just influence on us and make more stress. So this way we feel less happier. And here is some new people who join us. Hi guys, we are talking about happiness today, and we have already watched a little video just to enter the topic. If you would like to watch it too, you can watch it. The link is in the chat box, so you just can watch the video and after join us. Or we would like to hear your point of view on happiness. What do you think about it? What makes people happy? We have discussed we have already discussed some topics, and probably you would like to share your thoughts about it. Can somebody makes us happy, or can money brings us happiness in our life? Would you like to share your thoughts about it? Uh,
I wanna share one point, a little point
yes, yes,
about
please.
money.
Mm-hmm.
It always not true that money doesn't make us happy. Yes, it makes us happy, but not permanently or for a long run. It makes us a little bit. Suppose I give you, or anyone gave you 1 million rupees or 1 million euros, then you'll be very
Mm-hmm.
happy. But not that much happy, or it goes not that way that you after a while for entire life you'll be happy. For one
Mm-hmm.
hour, maybe 5 minutes, you laughed, you amazed that yes, I get 1 million rupees. But unfortunately, after that, maybe some family problem, maybe some kind of problems, maybe you not have a physical ability to go anywhere, so that makes you more unhappy, and then money doesn't makes you happy. So for short intervals, for short temporarily, money makes happy, but it is very very short.
Yes, you're absolutely right. And from your point of view, I have another question. How do you think, all of you, is happiness a permanent feeling which we can live for a long time, or is it just a short feeling which we can feel in some kind of event or some kind of situation, and other time we can feel unhappy?
Okay, can I come in like for a while?
Yes, yes, of course.
Okay, just now someone has said that it's a temporary thing. Happiness is a temporary thing. And yeah, it can make you, and money contributes to it to make you happy, but that's temporary. So I remember a pyramid that I learned in my classroom, which is Maslow's pyramid. And there are various levels to it. The lowest level of it is physical needs, wherein you need to have various sources and resources, wherein you have to satiate or work for your physical needs, and money is one of it. Obviously you cannot have house, you cannot have food, you cannot have shelter, when that level is crossed, like you're okay with your physical needs, and you look for mental needs, like psychological needs, which comprises of relationships, which comprises of bonding, and people around you, or fame, name, recognition, power, all these things come into place. So yeah, money is important to an extent to for your physical needs, but for mental needs, yes, you have to have different sort of sources, not just money.
Yes, of course. And the main question was, is it a permanent feeling or we feel it for a long time? What do you think about it? Can feeling last
um
for a long time? Yes, yes, please.
no, I guess not even. Yeah, can I say?
Yeah, yeah, please, please.
Yeah, I'm saying that both the things are temporary. Even for example, if I am very much confident about or trusting my partner, but still the relationship has to grow, the relationship has to find its feet, right? And for that I have to nurture it all my life.
Mm-hmm.
And for that you have to be on your toes. You can't just take a back seat and think, okay, it's done now, I have my life partner, he loves me, I love him, and we are done. No, you have to nurture that. You have to go down, because that relationship is gonna be tested through
Mm-hmm.
various situations, and you have to uh, you know go through it, pass through it. And it demands a lot of efforts, it demands a lot of adjustments, it demands a lot of mind work. So it's not that once it is done it will be done. You have to nurture it all your life. And therefore happiness is also not permanent, because you have to work for it all your life. Same with physical needs, physical happiness, because as we know that human body is deteriorating every day. Okay, so you have to uh, you know take good care of it. You have to nurture it also, so you have to keep it healthy. So no, happiness is a temporary concept.
Yes,
Like, it is
sure.
temporary, you have to work for it.
Sure, sure. To be happy, to feel happiness, you need to work for it. For it, it's completely the truth. And now I have another question for you, guys. All of you are still young, and I think most of you don't have families by now. And what do you think? Can single people feel happiness? Can a person be happy? What do you think about it? Or only people who are in couple can be happy? Let's discuss it. It's an interesting point of view, and sometime long time ago I also wasn't married, and I had some Sometimes I could feel happy, and other times I feel miserable. And now, when the time passed, I see the mistakes which I did. So it's just interesting to know your point of view on it, and probably we will be able to find out the way can the single people be happy, or it's possible to be only happy when you are in a couple. Ka, you are not so talkative today.
Yes, you know what? This background noise is everywhere, so I little bit feel
It's okay.
demotivated. So
No,
okay.
speak.
Okay, so yes, for single people, I don't think anyone in our earth is single. Everyone has their family, maybe a loved one, maybe family, mother, father. So we are not alone. We can work for our family, we can work for our loved person. But for those person who are committed with another person, that is difficult. Or those person like Olga, you have a child, you have children.
Yeah.
So we have a goal that we have to make them happy all the time, and through this we can get happiness. But for single person, they're also same thing. For me, I want to see my mother happy every single time. I want to see my whole family be happy and together every single time. So it is also but there is, when we being single, no, there is no single, sorry, it is my fault. Everyone is have family, or everyone has family, or everyone has someone who that person who are trying to make happy all the time.
Mhm. Yes, you're absolutely right. To be single doesn't mean to be lonely. And even lonely people, those who feel so, they are not lonely in our world. There are also people who we can make friendship with. And even today, when we have the internet, it opens us a lot of possibilities to communicate with other people and to share our good and bad things from our life, and this way to become more happier. I don't know how it works in India, but in our country, and in lots of European countries, people who sometimes feel lonely, they can just to take a pet at home. And how do you think, does it help single and lonely people to be happier? And which way the pet at home can make the person more happier?
Yeah, may I?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are many people near about that they are single in life, and I can see they can indulge in they
Uh, you forgot something?
uh, 1 second. They are sorry. They are indulging they can get a home like pet, etc. And they share their feelings with them. Like there are many of the people who pet their dogs, cats, etc. In India, there are mostly like probably the Indian peoples like to pet their pet as a dog.
Well, here is
So
the
that's
same, but but
so so like
here,
single people.
okay. Yeah, please, please
So
take it.
like a single people they can share their every feelings and every situations with him, even though they are not replying yet, but they can understand what we can say to him. And you we can also see that dogs are also very trained, like from very well certified trainers, because they can understand what we are saying, to them. And so my point of view, every single person can make will be happy by petting a dog home, petting every kind of pet at their home.
Yes, you are right. And here in Ukraine, as a pet, we can have a cat, a dog, or even a mouse or a hamster. So many small and bigger animals we can have as a pet. Probably they don't understand what we say, but at least they can feel what we feel and share with us their our feelings. And
Yes.
also, I would like to ask you how you can compare your early years when you were a child and nowadays, and how do you think were you happier when you were a child, and probably you feel happier nowadays? Can you compare these years? As for me, as a child, of course, I was happy because lots of free time. There was lots of free time, and there were lots of friends around me, and I just could spend a lot of time outside or playing with them, and didn't care about anything. And of course, as older I became, as more life problems I faced, but I think even nowadays I feel happy and I know how to find this happiness in myself. So, can you compare your early years and nowadays years and share with us your thoughts about happiness? Is it easier to find happiness in the childhood, or is it okay even now? And I see here is a new person who joined us. It's Kanish. I'm sorry if I pronounce it wrong. And can you tell us anything about happiness and what do you think about it?
Hello.
Yeah. Hi.
Yeah, hi everyone. So I think happiness in earlier days was more pure than it is now. We are now we compare happiness to more of materialistic things, and earlier it was more from the soul and the peace of mind. Now it is more like having more materialistic things. So I guess it is more difficult to get happier now as we have grown up, because there is a lack of peace of mind, and we are subjected to things that basically is, I guess, for people to see that we have the possession of that things and not for us. So we are to purposes rather than getting ourselves happier.
Mhm.
So I guess in our childhood days, that small things, if we even if a chocolate gets us happier, and now maybe a car doesn't get us happier. So the shift of this thing from our childhood days to our adulthood days, um, I guess has been more towards the materialistic thing.
Okay, thank you. And does anyone else would like to share with us his or her thoughts about happiness in childhood and nowadays?
Oh, yeah, you're sure.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Go ahead, Sasa.
Okay, no, you can speak, then I'll speak.
No, girls are first, so please take a word.
Okay. So yeah, I think I was more happier in my childhood as I am today. Not because there is some dearth now or there is some lack of any resources or whatever, but in my childhood, I guess the concept of happiness or the onus of happiness is not wasn't lying on my shoulder alone. It was like on my parents' shoulder as well. Like they were also making such a conducive environment wherein they were like also trying to make me happy. And my concerns were different. Like I have to score good marks. I have to be healthy. My concern was that I have to go for playing games as well. I have to be good in extracurricular activities. So my concerns were different at that point of time, and my parents were also helping me along. But now it's like the concerns are different. So the stress and the concept of happiness also changes. Like now, my concern is, I should be shining in my office. Like I should be given equal credit. I should be given a good salary. I should be celebrated like a good employee. And I have to be good spoken person, the person who speaks good. And so many things are there. Personal issues are there. Relationship hazards are there. So it's like lot many plates I have to serve to, right? And the onus is completely mine because now there's a generation gap between my parents and me, and I cannot, they don't understand my environment now that much as they used to. Yeah, I have to take care of each and everything on my own. So, yeah, the onus is on my own, therefore, the stress is more, therefore, the happiness is less.
Okay, yes, thank you.
Yes.
And has anyone else any thoughts about it? Kylan,
Yeah, sure.
okay, yeah, okay, please.
Yes. So when we were a child, so we don't have anything, we don't had anything to lose. We didn't have any burden about our future. We just doing our present. We just enjoying our present, and that time we are very happy. But with time, when we being adults, still we are right now adult, then we have many things to lose, and we can think about all the time that no, we won't lose this thing, or we have to think about our future that today I'm doing this, tomorrow I will do this, and after 1 year I can see myself as this. So this kind of stress, in other words stress, for children, they don't have any stress, so they are more happy than adults because they have lots of stress for maybe their for office stress, maybe their personal stress. So that's the reason I can say that children are more happier than adults.
Oh, okay, thank you. Kylan, could you share with us your thoughts about it? Okay, and I have another question for you. Do you think does any nation feel more happier than others? Does it depend? Does happiness depend on the nation or probably on the territory we live in or country we live in? Guys, hello. Does our happiness depend on the country we live in or probably it depends on the nationality we are?
I don't think it depends on our country. We just talk about that inside happiness is more important than outside happiness. So sometimes there are some parameter which affects us, but not 100%. It's all about our inside brain, which makes us happy, which think that we're happy. For me, if a person who live in New York, but that person doesn't have any good relationship with his loved one, that person always slowly drunk all the time, so that person not happy. But for a person who live, for example, Japan or India, and he's always happy, he's always with other people, and sharing thoughts every time with other people, can see smiles, and he also smiles and satisfied with his work, even though it's very small work, but yes, he's satisfied, then it's called real happiness.
Yeah, thank you. And Kanish, would you like to tell us what you were going to tell?
Yes, so I was saying that happiness is, in a true sense, is happiness from inside and not for from the external factors. Uh, the external factors do affect our happiness in some sense, but 90% or 95% depends what is going inside us. So if we are psychologically, emotionally, and physically happy, so that ensures that we are making an environment that is happier. We are making the people around us happier, so that creates an aura of happiness. So it is more of a internal thing than of external thing. So I guess the nation as a whole or territory we live in do affect it, but to a very little extent, rather than our internal thoughts and our actions.
Okay, thank you. And I ask you this question because even nowadays in Ukraine, there are a lot of people who would like to relocate to any other country. I think it's not only the problem of Ukraine, but there are a lot of people in other countries which who would like to relocate to another country and find happiness there. But as in the same way as you, I think that. Our happiness doesn't depend on the country or on the people who surround us. It depends only on us because happiness is inside us, not outside. Okay, and what do you think? Do people of who are old, who are elderly people, do they feel happiness as much as young people, or probably they feel more miserable? What do you think about it, about elderly people? Can they feel as happy as young people, or there are any factors which influence on their happiness in their life?
I feel there is a satisfaction comes with happiness. So for an old woman or man, they spend their whole life, for example, who are over 16, so they already satisfied with their life. Right now, they just think about their date. Most people and they don't have anything. They do all the things entire their life. They did the things. So right now, they have anything to do, just waiting for date. So they are most satisfied person, and satisfaction always brings happiness. And so I can say they're also happy a person than adults or teenager are most unhappier person, or they are most stressed person nowadays,
But why?
because they have many things. For example, for a teenager, I'm also being teenager, I know that teenager have a problem about for making new bonds, and being and thinking about adult, get some responsibility to others from parents, and think about your parents, and all the things start from the this teenager. We are not used to be before that, but with time, when we get into adult stage, then we start to maintain this. And after, when we in old age, then we did all the things, and after that we satisfied.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I knew the answer. I just asked you to see if you think in the same way as I do. And can
Yeah,
you name? Can you see if you would like to speak, please?
yeah.
Okay.
So I think in the old age, our happiness depends upon the happiness of our children.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, so our happiness is somewhere dependent upon the happiness of our children. And I guess that is uh, that is not absolutely correct, because one has to be happy, one has to be independent even in his old age, and has the whole right to be happy in itself, and not just dependent on his children, because his or her children may not be giving him the absolute attention what the elderly people needs. But that doesn't means they don't have any right to be happy. So I guess in elderly people there must be a sense of independent happy. They must do what is right for them, what they like, and not just be dependent on their children. So when they are dependent on their children, that gets their happiness dependent upon their children as well. So I guess if they're independent, even if in their old age, if they have a lot full of resources, and they are doing what they like in their old age as well, so
Mhm.
I guess they'll be more happier. And if we come to the early age, so in the early age or in the adulthood, um, I guess if we crave for happiness rather than going for materialistic thing, or things that we do to impress others, to uh, to make sure that others think good of us, or be impressed by our big cars or whatever these materialistic things are. uh, so there has to be a craving for internal happiness, internal peace of mind.
Okay, thank you. And
Raj.
Okay, thank you. And you're absolutely right that elderly people, not always, but too often, cares about their children or about someone who are mean in their family, not family in their life. And in fact, they just need to start caring and think about themselves. In this way, they will feel more happier. And I think that problem was to most elderly people in the past, like 50 or 70 years, and nowadays the psychologists work a lot on this problem, and there are lots of motivating videos and even programs which teach people to care about themselves and to feel happiness now at this exact time and this exact minute, not in care about all of the life. Sometimes when we expect any difficulties in our life, it seems that our life goes wrong and everything goes wrong. But in fact, it's just the minute or just a moment of our life when we face the difficulties. But when time changes and new people come to our life or the situation changes, we start to feel happy again. And can you tell me two or three things that you are missing nowadays to feel completely happiness? Do you have these things? While you are thinking, I will start. As you know, Ukraine is situated in the center of Europe. It's almost in the center of Europe, and nowadays we are still having cold weather here. And I heard for lots of time a day that all the people here are just fed up with this cold weather, because here is like today it's like +4, but yesterday it was like only +2, and we are expecting for sun and warm weather in our life. And I think people who live in the warmer climate, they feel more happier. Of course, when it's sun outside and everything just all the nature smiles to the sun, it make you happier. But when it's dull with cold wind and no sun, it's just difficult to feel as happy as you would like to be. So do you have anything in your life you are missing nowadays and which you would like to come into your life to make you more happy?
I think spending time with family members or families. Nowadays we have phone, we just always into that phone. We always using phone, Facebook, Instagram all the time. But if we spend that time with our family, because I vividly remember when I was child, that time we didn't have a TV. So what do we do at night? We doing gossip about what happened today, what kind of thing happened. We more openly talk about our personal things to our family. But nowadays we isolate ourselves into that media, and we don't talk as much as we used to talk. So that I really feel like. And also one thing, right now I can see there is a game called PUBG. It is spreading all India, and right, every single child or every single my friends, they are playing PUBG instead of doing football, playing football, cricket. They always playing PUBG. They gathered in a place and all time chilling all the time. But I felt like before, when I was 7 or 8 years old, that time everyone go to playground playing, laughing, doing gossips. And so I missed a lot those days.
But I think it's really easy to change the situation. You just need to switch off your telephone and computer, and it's better to switch off your internet for a short time of the day. Of course, we can't live without it nowadays because it's just a big part of our life nowadays, and it connects us with lots of different people. But if you would like to be near to your family and spend time with them, you can do it, and or just practice it, and it works. As for me, sometimes we go to the countryside where there is no internet connection, and it helps me a lot to spend time with my family. And Kanish, what would you like to tell us about your things which are not missing in your life?
Yeah, I would like to pull in, like my friend said, that social media has changed our lives a lot, and we need to detox it for a while. As in our younger age, we don't have these, like we said, internet connection and all these social media. So life was really simple. There wasn't anyone to show off with our stories that we are going here, we are going here. It was for our own happiness. So I guess these things should be eliminated to some extent from our lives. Like I have recently tried one of the techniques, in the night when I switched off my light, when I go to bed, I switch off the internet connection from my phone and keep my phone in the other room. And I've realized that the night sleep is much better, and I wake up really fresh the next morning. And on Sundays, even I switch off my internet connection for 4 5 hours. I in those 4 5 hours I read books or have a look at the newspaper. So I do all these things, and that really lowers my stress level and the anxiety I feel on other days, rather than on days when I'm with internet rather than being without internet. So I think these things really help us. These like being around the nature. Like I have a garden here in my house, so spending time there with the plants, watering the plants, these natural things really do affect our happiness, our mood. So that really works, right?
Okay, and guys, I have prepared one more video for you. I will give you a link in the chat box, but also will share the screen with you. If someone doesn't see the screen, you can see it on YouTube with us. So let's see, it's a short video of only 3 minutes, and after we will discuss it, okay? Can you see?
Yes, I.
It's a dark screen now. Oh, it's in.
It's not playing, I guess.
But it is playing and
It's
it
a
can be
dark screen.
really. Oh, okay. Um, okay. So I will add the link to our group on Facebook, and we will be able.
Right.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and you will be able
Yes.
to see it there, and after that we will be able to go on with our um, discussion. Okay.